guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the Jaclyn Hill Ride or Die tag. I watched her video back a little while ago and was like, this is such a cool video. It's like the ultimate favorites video, and I've watched a couple more since then. I'm just like, this is such a cool idea. So I literally have a list made up of all of my Ride or Dies. These are products that I either am completely obsessed with and have been obsessed with for a really long time, or they're products I just discovered that I am already obsessed with. I have tried each and every one of these products for a while now, and I'm absolutely obsessed. So starting out, the Ride or Die tag is a primer. Unfortunately, I don't actually physically have the primer with me. I have a sample. Where I work at Sephora, you'll notice I always try new things when it comes to working at Sephora because we always get new products and I always want to try them out and see how I like them. So I've been jumping around with primers, but this is the one that I always seem to keep going back to. Like I said, I just got a little baby sample of it, but it is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. It is my absolute #1 primer. Like, if I was deserted on a desert island and they said you can only have one primer, that would be the one I would use. I'm obsessed with it. Seriously, it's so smoothing on my skin. It erases texture, it erases fine lines. It actually kind of helps control the oil on my skin a little bit because I've been trying to get away from using the mattifying primers because I feel like they pull too much moisture from my skin. So I started using the smoothing one because I heard some other people talking about it, and I heard Manny talk about it, and I was just like, you know what? We're just going to give it a shot. And I've loved it ever since. Like, I keep going back to that one. I've tried the Pores No More from Dr. Brandt. I've tried the Porefessional. I've tried all of these different ones, and the smoothing one from Makeup Forever is just continuously the one I keep going back to. The next thing is foundation. Okay. I go back and forth with this so much. The foundation I have on my face right now is a tester of the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's amazing, but it's literally sold out everywhere. I cannot get my hands on a full-size bottle if my life depended on it right now. So for that sole purpose, my fallback foundation that I will usually go to no matter what is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Collection foundation. I love this foundation mainly because it's so lightweight. It doesn't really feel like I have a lot on, but at the same time, it's very full coverage to me, and if I want to do a little bit more of a light application, I can. It just depends on how you apply it. So with this, this is usually the foundation I go to if I don't have a current favorite. If I don't have one that I am currently obsessed with, this is the one I will go to. It's just a really nice fallback. It has SPF in it, which is awesome. It's very lightweight, and it's very nice, and it feels nice on the skin. It erases lines and pores and all of this awesome stuff, and I still don't understand that part, but I love this foundation. I usually recommend this to most people at work who come in saying they want more of a lightweight foundation, but that will still hide some of the things that they don't want seen. So the next thing is something that I just kind of recently discovered, and it's been at Sephora for a really long time now. I just haven't this is the first time I've actually got to try it, but now that I've tried it, I've been obsessed with it. This is the concealer portion. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. I am so obsessed with this concealer. I've used it literally every day since I bought it. I am in the shade Light 5 Neutral. I use it under my eyes, and if I am going for more of like a lightweight look and my foundation doesn't completely cover my acne scars and things, I'll dot a little bit of this on top of the acne scars that I have to kind of just cover it up a little bit more. I forgot to mention in the foundation, I am in the shade Light Medium Honey. That's probably actually a teeny bit dark for me, considering the fact that in the Urban Decay one, even though it oxidizes slightly, I'm in the shade like between 3.25 and 3.5. So this is probably like a 4 in that one. But either way, this concealer is seriously my #1 ride or die. It comes with me literally everywhere. I've tried others. I tried the Naked Skin Concealer, wasn't feeling it. I just did not like it. It didn't feel like it It actually, when I would put it down the bridge of my nose to contour my nose, it would literally eat a hole in my foundation. Don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but I didn't like it. So the next part is face powder. I went back and forth on this one for a really long time. I first said the Kat Von D powder that I was obsessed with, which I still am, but if I had to pick between the two, I have to give it to my RCMA No Color powder. I have not put this stuff down since I bought it from Beautylish, I want to say like 2 months ago, and I still have like quite a bit left. The only thing about this that I don't like versus the Kat Von D one is the container, and I plan on putting this into another container here very soon. But this powder is just so nice and light, and it doesn't feel heavy or cakey. It just finishes off my foundation so it doesn't feel sticky. That's my powder. That is my every single day powder. Unless I am doing something extreme, I use the Kat Von D, but my RCMA powder is seriously still my absolute top of favorites. So the next part is, this is kind of like a trio thing. It's the blush, bronzer, highlight portion. I'm going to do blush and highlight together because they're in the same thing. Y'all kind of knew this was coming. If you followed me for a while, you know this. Like, you knew this was going to happen. This is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill. I've got stuff all over it because I've been using it so much. But this is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Highlight Blush Palette. I have the original Becca and Jaclyn Hill blush highlight palette as well. It's like the holiday palette. I'll just show you. This thing's been beat up. But, like, I'm literally just... I've used that to death. But this one I got probably right when I started back Sephora, and I still have it. Like, I still am using it. But the blush shade that I'm going to start off with that is my absolute favorite blush is this one right here in the middle, and that one's called Amaretto. This is seriously my 110% favorite blush in the entire world. I'm wearing it right now. I don't like really like intense pinky blushes. Like, this one kind of makes me think of Pepto-Bismol, but this one, Amaretto, is just forever and ever going to be my favorite. I love Rose Spritz too, but Amaretto is just a really pretty, like, natural blush shade. It ties in really nicely to my bronzer. It doesn't look too extreme. It just looks perfect. So for the highlight part, y'all knew that I couldn't pick between the two. So, it's a dead split between Prosecco Pop from Becca and Jaclyn Hill and Champagne Pop from Becca and Jaclyn Hill. I can't pick because I use them both. I use them at the same time no matter what. I'll put Champagne Pop down first, and then I'll put Prosecco Pop on top of it. If I'm doing a very light makeup look, I'll put Champagne Pop on, and then I'll be done. There's a split pan of Amaretto and Prosecco Pop at Sephora. I'm probably going to get it just because I'm obsessed. It's got my two favorite things inside of it. So those are my favorite blush and highlighters. Now my favorite bronzer, that was tough because it was between two. But here again, I kind of narrowed it down. My favorite bronzer is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Now this is the big one. This is the baby one. This is the one that's like, there's got foundation on it. This is the one that when you go to the Beauty to Go section, that's what's there. So I have the little baby one. And to be honest, I hit pan. I need more really bad. But the big one I think is like $30, but this one was like $15. And it's itty bitty baby one. And I love this one because I don't use a ton of bronzer. I just use a little bit to contour my cheekbones, my forehead, and a little bit along my jaw. But that's my favorite. That's the first bronzer I will go to if I'm just grabbing stuff before I go to the gym. Like, if it's 6 o'clock in the morning, like, I get up and I get ready and I'm trying to get my stuff together for the gym and I need to grab a bronzer, this is usually going to be the one I grab. Just because it's super easy and it's not too dark, but it's not too light. It's like this really warm, pretty terracotta color, and I'm just like, gives me all of the life. Mascara is next. My favorite mascara. I have so many mascaras. I feel like I just keep accumulating mascaras, and I don't mean for it to happen. It just happens. So I went through a bunch of them. I've tried out a couple for the past couple days because I knew I was going to be making this video. But my absolute favorite mascara of all time in life is the Tarte Lash Paint. I am 110% obsessed with this mascara. It has, I'll show y'all, it has a rubber tipped wand instead of like a natural hair brush wand. That didn't make much sense, did it? But I'm obsessed with this mascara. It doesn't clump on me. It makes my lashes look insane. I'll actually do a little close up so you can kind of see. But you can kind of tell, like, my eyelashes look insane. People will ask me all the time at work, they're just like, oh, are you wearing falsies? No, these are my natural lashes. Like, this is them. And when I do wear falsies, I still put this mascara on just to make it more intense. So that is my Ride or Die mascara. I will love this mascara until, for some reason, something impresses me more. So the next 3 items are kind of all similar. There's a bullet lipstick and liquid lipstick Ride or Die. My favorite all-time bullet lipstick is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Back Talk. I am literally so obsessed with this lipstick. It is a comfort matte, which means that it's matte but it doesn't feel really heavy on the lips. So this is Back Talk. I know we have been sold out of this shade at work for a really long time because it's one of the favorite colors. It's universal. I think it looks amazing on everyone. It doesn't feel like, I don't know. You know how sometimes you put on a bullet lipstick and it feels like heavy? This one doesn't really feel heavy to me. It feels really nice and creamy on the lips and it doesn't feel like uncomfortable. And these, I believe, are $17 a piece. Now, the liquid lipstick portion, I seriously could not decide between these two. I'm probably one of the most indecisive people in the world, but I couldn't. Because I have different modes. I go through my really dark, intense lipstick modes, and then I have my really light lipstick modes. So the one that I find myself wearing the most often is this one. I just bought this the other day, but whenever I go to work, this is probably what's on my lips. Unless I'm wearing like a weird, wacky color. But this is the Too Faced Melted Matte, and this is in the shade Cool Girl. That's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. And when I'm at work and I have this on, everyone asks me what I have on. That's kind of how I'm basing these lipsticks, is if people ask me what lipstick I'm wearing, that's how I'm basing this. But that is, stop. This is Cool Girl right here. It kind of reminds me of Bow and Arrow. Actually, for a while at work, when these first came out, and we had more of these than we had the Kat Von D lipsticks, because there were certain ones we just didn't have in stock with the Kat Von D's, with the Kat Von D lipsticks. But we use this as a dupe for Bow and Arrow. It looks very similar to Bow and Arrow. I think it's slightly darker. But I love this lipstick. This is the one that I will usually go to if I'm having like a no makeup day but I still want lipstick, something like that. If I have a really bold, dramatic eye like I do right now and I need a nude lip, this is the one I'll go for. Now, vice versa from this, people also, no matter what, this is why I don't wear it that often when I go to work, is because it looks very different on me than it does on a bunch of other people. But this is the first Kat Von D lipstick I ever purchased. Not this particular one, but this is the first color I ever purchased from Kat Von D. And this is in the shade Lolita. Y'all, Lolita is everything to me. I really hope she never gets rid of the shade because I would seriously just be devastated. But seriously, I can't wear it. I'll wear it when I'm not at work, but I'm hesitant to wear it while I'm at work because people will come up to me and they're just like, oh my gosh, that lipstick that you're wearing, that's the one I want. Which one is that? And it's really hard for me to wear it at work because it looks so different on me than it does on other people. This is it. On me, it looks a little bit more like, I don't know, it's a little bit lighter than that. I don't know. It's very strange when I put it on my lips. Like, I don't know. But I don't wear it at work a lot because of that reason. But I will wear it on my days off all the time. Lolita is usually the thing I'll go for. My sister steals this from me a lot. Sydney, I see you. I know you're doing it. But, like, this is normally the lipstick I'll reach for if I don't go with Cool Girl. Like, if I have more of, like, a subdued eye, I'll probably put Lolita on instead of Cool Girl. Okay, so the next one is lashes. My favorite lashes for a really, 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 really long time. My favorite drugstore lashes are Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy. However, I just kind of discovered these at work not too long ago. House of Lashes did a collab with Sephora and put some of their lashes in Sephora. So you know a girl can't just ignore it when House of Lashes appears in Sephora. So I picked up this pair. I don't have them in the box. They're laying off to the side here because I had them on a couple days ago and I forgot to put them back in the box. But I probably should. Actually, you know what? Hold up. I put them in like their little clear container so you could see them. But I'm not going to put them all the way back in the box. But this is them. They're just very like flirty and very fun. And this is in the style Seductress. They're seriously the most gorgeous pair of lashes I've ever seen in my life. I'm addicted to them. Honestly, I wasn't going to mention this on my channel, but I think I'm going to now. I plan on getting a tattoo on my wrist. That way I can cover it up with makeup or cover it up with a watch whenever I get at my social work job. But I plan on getting a tattoo of eyelashes like looking down, like kind of like this, looking down on my wrist. It's very similar to the one Nikki Tutorials has. Actually, I had been thinking about it for a while, and then she got it, and I was like, that's just validation for me that that's the one I want, because it looks so cool. And I'm gonna get crap for it, but I'm just like, you know what, it's my body, it's my money, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. I just don't know when. So if anybody has any negative comments to say about tattoos or the tattoo that I want, please just shh. I've heard it all. I don't need to hear it from strangers as well. But that's the one I plan on getting. And honestly, this is kind of the style that I was looking to get. Like, right there. Like, doesn't that look cool? But obviously not this big. I'm going to get it, like, smaller. Actually, this is a pretty good idea to, like, display what I want. So, those are my lashes. I think they're $14? No. 10. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But they're not, I mean, they're not super expensive. I know the most expensive pair at Sephora are like $17, and they're in like a hard plastic case that you can keep reusing to store your lashes in. Honestly, this is fine for me, but they're not, I think I want to say they're like $14. Favorite palette. Now, my favorite eyeshadow palette, y'all should know, everybody should know this, people who don't even know me should know this. It's the Mania Makeup Geek palette from bleh. It's the Makeup Geek and Mania MUA palette. I fought so hard to get this palette, you guys, that it couldn't not be my favorite. I'm really upset though because it's about, once it goes out of stock, I think that's it. I don't think, because it was a limited edition thing. So I think once it's gone, which makes me really upset. But, I know some of these shades are permanent, which makes me feel a little bit better. But, like Beaches and Cream and Frappe, I'm about to hit pan on. So I really, really, really hope that I mean, they're not, those are like permanent shades with Makeup Geek. So, and I assume that those are going to be the two shades that I ran out of quickly. I assumed those are going to be the two shades that I ran out of the quickest. I will say I will say that this Mars, this shade right here, is seriously one of my favorite shades. It has a lot of fallout, but that's to be expected from a shade that's so richly pigmented. My favorite setting spray, y'all, just let's not even play games. Urban Decay, D-Slick, let's just leave it at that. So the next thing is my perfume. I know Jacqueline did her perfume, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my perfume. I think we have the same one. I'm pretty sure we have the same one. Which yes we do, because when I was watching her video, I kept thinking, I wonder, there's no way she's going to do Miss Dior. She's going to do something that smells like really mature and really like because I'm almost 22, but I still don't view myself as like a grown-up. For some reason, I view Jaclyn Hill as a grown-up. And I was just like, Miss Dior is a little bit more like 20s range. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did not in my wildest dream think that she would pick Miss Dior, the Blooming Bouquet, but she did. So this is actually my only high-end perfume, and I I work with a lot of perfumes at Sephora, especially with it coming up on holiday. I've been looking at a lot of them to recommend for holiday gifts and things like that. But this one is always the one I seem to go back to. I do know they just came out with a new one of these. I can't remember the name of it. But Miss Dior is my absolute favorite. I think this size, I don't remember what size this is, but this is $100. I love this perfume. It's my favorite. It's just everything to me. I'm almost halfway through the bottle and I'm getting really upset because I don't want to run out of it. But I love this perfume. Miss Dior. Love it. Alright, y'all. We're at the end. We are finally at the end. I have jumped around with my brows so much here lately. Benefit came out with their new stuff for brows. Anastasia is always good. I got some stuff from L'Oreal that was good for the brows. And you know what? It was just a brow kind of month. And I used to use Dip Brow all the time. But then Benefit came out with their all new brow line. So I was just like, you know, I have to try them. I have to try them. So I was addicted to Goof Proof Brow for a really long time. But then I was realizing slowly that I like a little bit more of the like on fleek, like really like structured brow. The Goof Proof was really good for like the natural side, but I didn't like that. Cause what about this is natural right now? But I don't know. I just had to go back to my old tried and true that I will love until the world comes to an end. And that is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde. I can't not love this stuff. That's all I have. Also, if you have favorites of your own, if you made a ride or die tag, please, please, please let me know. I would love to watch it. I'd love to see what your favorites are so maybe I can try them out. I think my next video is going to be the what my makeup looked like in high school challenge. That kind of makes me nervous because high school was not a fun time for me. To be real honest, I hated high school. I hated it. Graduating high school was literally the best thing that ever happened to me. If y'all want to hear about my miserable high school experience, I'll talk about that in that video. So, that's all I got. I really, really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this ride or die tag. I tag all of you, all of my 99 subscribers. If you do beauty on this, even if you don't, I want to know. Tell me what your favorites are, your ultimate can't live without products. And I just want to compare. I want to see what we all have. But that's all I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.